Om Vishnu Padya Krishna Vitabdali Smati Vadita Jasham Mr. Krishna Shigurana Shakti Bhakti Narayanam Namaskritya Nam Chaiva Divim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudiraye Nashta Prayesha Bhadresu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloke Bhakti Bhavati Naistiki Om Namo Bhagavate Vāsudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vāsudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vāsudevaya Om Ajnana-timirandasya Dhyanandjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Mauritius Sthapisandena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Vedati Swaparantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Sri Yuttapadakramana Shri Guru Vaishnavansha Shri Rupam Sagadatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitantam Sajivam Sadvitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Deva Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Gavita Shri Viśvātmā He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinānanda Jagatpate Gopesha Gopikānanta Radhakanta Namostute Taptakāntana Gaurāṅgi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Paramātmā Hari Priya Vanchakalpadurgascha Kripasindhudaivacha Pacitanam Bhavanyo Vaishnayo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Grantha Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Reading from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 2, Divinity and Divine Service, Text 32. Yathā hi avahito vahnir dāruṣv ekaḥ sva-yoniṣu nāneva bhāti viśvātmā bhūteṣu tathā pumān yathā avahito vahnir dāruṣv sva-yoniṣu nāneva bhati viśvātmā bhūteṣu yathā pumān yathā hi avahito vahnir dāruṣv ekaḥ sva-yoniṣu nāneva bhati viśvātmā bhūteṣu yathā pumān yathā hi avahito vahnir dāruṣv ekaḥ sva-yoniṣu nāneva bhati viśvātmā bhūteṣu tathā pumān
yathā hi avahito vahnir dāruṣv ekaḥ sva-yoniṣu nāneva bhati viśvātmā bhūteṣu tathā pumān yathā hi avahito vahnir dāruṣv ekaḥ sva-yoniṣu nāneva bhati viśvātmā bhūteṣu tathā pumān
bhūteṣu tathā pumān. What is this? Yathā yathā, as much as he exactly like avahito, so charged with vahnir, fire, dāruṣv, in wood, ekaḥ, one, sva-yoniṣu, a source of manifestation, nāneva, like different entities, bhati, illuminates, viśvātmā, the Lord as Paramātmā, bhūteṣu, in the living entities, and tathā, in the same way, pumān, the absolute person. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace is found at Charya Jagat Guru Sri Bhakti Vedānta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki. The Lord as Supersoul pervades all things, just as fire permeates wood. And so he appears to be of many varieties, though he is the absolute one without second.
Hare Krishna. So, aujourd'hui, classe pour elle est en anglais. Est-ce qu'il y a une personne qui parle en anglais? Garde la traduction. Garde traduit en créole. Traduit en créole.
My friend, somebody should sit there so you can speak with her. Don't waste my time.
Ok, ceux qui ne
Please sit
comprennent
there.
car
See, those who cannot sit there, they're not going to answer you. See, somebody cannot speak, you sit there.
ceux qui ne comprennent pas capable alpha derrière, une personne capable de traduire. La missionnaire m'a dit la même, il peut traduire pour eux, c'est que je ne peux pas comprendre par la langue. Merci.
Please repeat the translation. The Lord, as Supersoul, pervades all things, just as fire permeates wood, and so he appears to be of many varieties. Though he is the absolute one, without a second. Purport. Lord Vāsudeva, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, by one of his plenary parts, expands himself all over the material world. And his existence can be perceived even within the atomic energy. Matter, antimatter, proton, neutron, etc. are all different effects of the Paramātmā, future of the Lord. As from wood, fire can be manifested, or as butter can be churned out of milk, so also the presence of the Lord as Paramātmā can be felt by the presence of legitimate hearing and chanting of the transcendental subjects, which are especially treated in the Vedic literatures like the Upaniṣads and Vedānta. Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam is the bona fide explanation of these Vedic literatures. The Lord can be realized through the oral reception of the transcendental message, and that is the only way to experience the transcendental subject. As fire is kindled from wood by another fire, the divine consciousness of man can similarly be kindled by another divine grace. His divine grace, the spiritual master can kindle the spiritual fire from the wood-like living entity by imparting proper spiritual messages injected through the receptive ear. Therefore, one is required to approach a proper spiritual master with receptive ears only. And thus, divine existence is gradually realized. The difference between animality and humanity lies in this process only. A human being can hear properly, whereas an animal cannot. That is the end of the purport to text 32 of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 2, entitled Divinity and Divine Service. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Happy Ekadasi to all of you. Happy Ekadasi to you. Okay. At told you are fasting, so you have no strength in your body. Alright? When I met His Grace, Dr. Krishna Prabhu, before coming here, and we greeted, and he said, Srila Prabhupada has given us life. I say yes. Prabhupada has given us the greatest life. In which way Prabhupada has given us this greatest gift, the life to live. If you hear this purport very nicely, you will realize what Prabhupada has done. So, what are we looking at? The example is given here. This is wood. Don't rest it too much, because I'm going to shout at the time. If you rest it too much, when I shout, the volume will come down. This is wood, and there is fire inside here. Anyone seeing fire? No? But there is fire inside here. How will we see the fire? How are we going to see the fire in this wood? Who will light the fire? Who's going to light the fire? Somebody, right? Somebody must light the fire. And then the fire inside the wood will come out. This is what the verse is talking. This is what the verse is explaining. Similarly, the Supersoul pervades our body. Yathā avahito vahnir. The fire in the wood we don't see. Similarly, bhāti viśvātmā, the antaryami, the Supersoul, pervades the whole universe. If you look at the sky, will you see Supersoul? If you look into the sky now, will you see the Supersoul? If you look here, will you see the Supersoul? Even in our own life body, do we see Supersoul? Do we see? Well, most of us, we don't see the Supersoul. Although we have repeatedly for years heard from Upaniṣads that in this body there are two souls inside, the jiva and the Paramātmā. We have had many times, not only hearing, we have ourselves spoken about it many times in lectures. But have you realized? Have you seen it? For most of us, no. So Sutta Goswami is speaking. In the same way as fire is ignited by somebody, then the flame comes out. The Supersoul hidden in this body, and although the Supersoul pervades the whole entire universe, there is no way the Supersoul does not exist. Bhagavad Lord Krishna spoke a verse which was very, very difficult for even the Supreme Personality of God himself, Lord Advaita Acharya, was trying to understand the meaning. In Bhagavad, which verse is that? Advaita Acharya was looking for what does it mean? And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has to himself explain the meaning of this verse by Advaita Acharya. In this way, location is plain. How he exists, pervading everything. Everything. It made it possible that we can see, both philosophically and beyond philosophy. In reality, we can see, yes, the Supersoul does exist. That is chapter 13 of Bhagavad Gita, where Krishna speaks. Sarvata Pani Padam Tat. I told them I'm going to shout. Now I'm shouting. Because by the strength of all of you, I have energy to shout, so that the message can penetrate. So Krishna said, Sarvata Pani Padam Tat. Pani Padam. Everywhere are my hands and my feet. Pani Padam Tat. Sarvato Akshisira Mukam. Everywhere are my eyes, everywhere my eyes, everywhere my head, everywhere my face. Sarvata Sutima Loke. Everywhere are my ears. Sarvata Abritya Tishtati. In this way, the Supersoul exists, pervading everything. The Supersoul pervades everything. There is nowhere Supersoul does not exist. And the verse here didn't mention the word Vāsudeva. The Purport proper use the word Vāsudeva. This sloka does not mention Vāsudeva here. Right? In the Purport proper started it with Lord Vāsudeva. Why Vāsudeva? What's the meaning of Vāsudeva? One who pervades everything, one who exists in everything, one who covers everything, knows everything, everything is in him. That is Vāsudeva. So proper use the word Lord Vāsudeva. Because he's everywhere. And Kunti Devi said, although Lord Vāsudeva exists everywhere, still not everybody sees him. How is that possible? I'm seeing you and I'm not seeing you. How is that? How is it that I'm seeing you and not seeing? Yes, it is possible. It is possible that we see and we don't see anything. What is this? What is this? Can you see my hand? What is this? Glass pouch. What is this? Huh? Third time I'm asking, what is this? Eh? Eh? You see, we see and we don't see. If someone tells you water in the room, what is the first thing that comes to your mind? The water in the room. What is the first thing that comes to the mind? The water in the room. What comes to the mind first?
Water is in a container.
The container before the water, right? Similarly, if you say, what is this? It's not the glass pouch, it's the glass with the pouch, the container, not only the container. It cannot be empty, there's something inside. The importance of this is the glass, the content. Right? So we see and we don't see. So the Lord has to make the provision for us to see. What is the process? The Purport explained in the Purport. The Lord can be realized through the oral reception of the transcendental message. And that is the only way to experience the transcendental subject. As fire is kindled from wood by another fire, the divine consciousness of a man can similarly be kindled by another divine grace. A divine grace, the spiritual master, can kindle the spiritual fire from the moon-like living entity, the wood-like living entity, by imparting proper spiritual messages injected through the receptive ear. So by the process of hearing and chanting, the spiritual master, his divine grace. That was the beginning of the lecture from Advaita Krishna. The beginning of this lecture. Prabhupada, he gave us life. He gave us the greatest life to live. That by hearing and chanting, what we cannot see will be revealed. That is the duty of the spiritual master. The main purpose of speaking is not just to speak the philosophy, but to enter the heart. That is the duty of a spiritual master. So what do we say? Bona fide spiritual master, or the divine grace. He has the potency to destroy the darkness born of ignorance and reveal that antaryami, the indwelling Supreme Personality of Godhead. He will make it realize, reveal. Just like it is a person who should light the fire to bring out the fire inside the wood. Similarly, this is a person who will also do what? Transmit the message which will destroy the ignorance and reveal the Supersoul, Vāsudeva. That is hidden within the heart. And Purport said that process is by hearing, not by seeing. It is by hearing. By seeing, you cannot see anything but offenses. Only offenses will see. Therefore, an intelligent or fortunate person should not go to sadhu for the eyes. The intelligent person should go to the sadhu with the ears. The sadhu will pour the nectar, the lotus feet, the honey, the madhu which comes from the feet. When it is poured into the heart, to the ear, the disease of the heart will be cured. Then the eye, the cataract will be cleared. Now we can see what we cannot see ordinarily. It is by the mercy of the divine grace. So when we speak, it is not a profession or an act one can go and perfect to come and display. It is different. Speaking the message of Godhead, it is through potency, not an exercise, a drama. One can practice and can demonstrate. It is different. This has a different process. The potency must be there to be able to enter into the heart. Who can do that? One who has equal vision can preach Krishna consciousness potently. And that comes in 2 ways. Those who have equal vision, there are 2 levels. First class and second class. First class, second class. Second class is through knowledge. After hearing for some time, naturally one should come to realize by knowledge. Once you get the knowledge that, okay, in this body there is a living entity and the Supersoul. First class, tathā dāruṣv. He not only realized by knowledge, but he has realized it practically, seeing the Supersoul. Therefore, he is different. It's not the same, he is different. While I was coming, then we were trying to reflect, and I saw one message from the Divine Grace of Bhakti Purport. He said, there is no work as auspicious as serving the spiritual master. Of all worship, the worship of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is the greatest. But the worship of the lotus feet of the spiritual master is even greater than the worship of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Unless one is firmly realized, we cannot understand what saintly association means. We cannot understand what the shelter of a spiritual master means. We cannot understand that we are dependent and he is our maintainer. Lord Shiva said the same thing. Aradhanam sarvisam viśvātmā aradhanam param. Of all those who are worshipable in this world, all, including Lord Shiva himself. He's speaking including himself. Amongst all of us who are worshipable, the worship of Vishnu is the greatest. Tasman paratarem devi tadyanam samarachanam. And superior to the worship of the Lord Vishnu is the tathā, the spiritual master, who is the bona fide representative of Krishna. Not only Lord Shiva or Brahma or all the sages saying this, Lord Krishna himself is said, Mat Puja Abhyatikas. He said, Mat Puja. What did he say? Mat Puja Abhyatikas. The worship of my devotee is superior to my worship. Why? Why are they speaking like this? The spiritual master is God? Never. But why is he superior? Why is his worship is superior? Nothing is superior to Krishna. There's nothing. And Krishna is saying, the worship of my devotee is superior to my worship. What is behind that? The pure devotees of Lord Krishna have nothing to ask from Krishna. Nothing. When we come before Krishna, what do? When we come before Krishna. For Krishna, I need money. To see if I have money, I will worship you to the best of my ability. I have a friend from Mauritius here. He told me, you see, I cannot come to program regularly as much as I wanted because I have no car. I have no car. Even if I have a car, daily Bangladesh will be maintained daily. After some years, he got a car. I'm sure he's not here today. I'm very sure he's not here today. And I'm sure he didn't come today anyway. But he has gotten a car. So we are like this. So when we come before Lord Krishna, we have so many things to ask from Krishna. We depend on what Krishna will give to us before we do to our so-called service. So-called service. But divinity depends on anything material, anything. No. So Krishna said, my devotees, my dear brother, Devabhuti, let me tell you, my devotees have nothing to ask of me. Even if I force them to take something from me, they refuse it. What do you want? Service. Give me more service. Therefore, when I have nothing to give to my devotees, what should I do? Huh? If you have a debt you cannot pay, how do you pay that debt? If you have a debt that you cannot pay, the debt is so huge I cannot pay, how do you pay it? You give yourself. That's the way to pay. So Krishna gave himself to his devotees. This is natural. That's natural. Therefore, it is not an exaggeration to say that Krishna is appreciating his devotees, offering himself to his devotees, and encouraging devotees to worship his devotees. And Krishna himself has said, it is not only my devotees that are dear to me, the devotees of my devotees are very, very dear to me. Therefore, the position of the spiritual master is very important, very significant in the life of the devotees. We want to make progress in Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Comments? Question? Yes, Prabhu.
This morning I was going out with Vāsudeva Prabhu and we were discussing this Guru Nishtha. We were discussing and we were saying that we were sharing our humble experience in the early days. Whenever we were going out in the morning, any service, it was always a desire to please the Guru was in the heart, in the mind. We were listening to Bhagavatam class, doing the morning program, how I'm going to please my Guru today. This is the very essence of the guiding principles of devotional service. And somehow, when the Guru Nishtha is lost, then devotional service becomes very difficult.
Not even difficult, it's lost. When Guru Nishtha is lost, what else? something is lost, you don't have it. So no devotion. Our devotional service is so-called. I used the word before, so-called. Because the main thing is gone. Yes. You see how the devotees who joined at that time, our progress was faster than today. Because everything was centered on the spiritual master. No devotee goes out anywhere without coming first to offer obeisances to the spiritual master, to take his permission, his blessing, to go anywhere, either for purchasing, or for book distribution, anything you want to do, you must take the shelter of the spiritual master, take his permission. Today, we pass through the backyard. The spiritual master is left in the temple, but we can put it on asana, yes, but we pass behind the temple and pass behind the other side and go. So the Purport said we should not be surprised why we are suffering. We should know why we are suffering, because we have forgotten the main thing. And when we are coming back, we will come straight to the spiritual master to come and give him the report. I am back on the mission you sent me. It was a spiritual master's mission. Now it is our own mission. So we are on our own. So we shouldn't be surprised why things are difficult. Because where is the strength? What is the vision? What is the potency? Many times devotees ask me, why devotees say this? If you have difficulty, devotee will speak nice philosophy to you, but don't act like that. Many devotees ask me the question. I say, don't be surprised. Whatever we are speaking, it is the realization of our chariots, not our realization. Our realization is that we are going to act on our own realization by not following what we have just spoken. It is not our own. We simply repeat what we have heard. So it is not our realization. Realized souls, they are the same with what they do. They are the same with what they speak. Conditioned souls, we are different from what we speak. We are different from what we do. We are different. Separate. So, realized and not realized. We are going to act differently based on our level. Yes. Something else?
I have a question, Maharaj.
Yes, please.
The disciple at the time of initiation.
The disciple at the time of initiation promises
to follow the instruction.
I will follow the instruction of the spiritual master.
Do service and
chanting my own, do service.
So how come that despite the pledge that there is deviation?
How come that after promising and deviation comes? How is it? We have promised, and after some time, we are not keeping to the promise. Why? Hypocrites. Hypocrites. Only hypocrisy. Only. One day, a disciple was brought before Prabhupada, and he was explained that, so the Prabhupada, this disciple of yours lived for some time in not keeping the principle. Prabhupada said, then he's not a human being, he's an animal. A human being will keep to the promise. Animal will not keep to the promise. We promise. We are not forced, or we are not forced. did the last initiation by His Holiness Radha Maharaj in Mumbai. While the devotees were all seated, waiting for their name to be changed and bid is given, Gauranga Prabhu came and announced, "My dear devotee, it is not late. Even though you are sitting, it is not late. If you have changed your mind, please don't worry yourself at all. Just get up now and go, and nothing will happen. Don't worry yourself. Nobody is going to look at you with bad eye. You'll be comfortable with whatever you decide. If you just change your mind now, don't worry. Don't worry at all. Just stand up and leave the arena. You can participate, but not in the initiation." This announcement at initiation. Everybody already seated. And these people have been waiting for 12 years. And this announcement is coming. Still, the announcement came. You can change your mind, no problem. Because we're not forced. We're not forced. Why will someone promise for something we cannot do? Why? That's hypocrisy. We don't care for someone. There's no care. That's the meaning. We don't care. If I care for you, why would I put you in trouble? Why? A gentleman or gentle lady will not put others in anxiety. That's not our duty. Our duty is to relieve others from anxiety. That's Krishna consciousness. It's devotee to remove others from anxiety, not to put anyone in anxiety. So when you take initiation and promise the spiritual master, you promise Vaishnavas, the deity, demigods all present, I'm going to keep following these principles and chances around every day. And after that, we're not doing it. What does it mean? We are not care for you. And then when the spiritual master is having problem, you write a long letter to tell the Guru, how are you? What does it mean? How are you means what? Keep to your vows and you will not ask me how I am. Right? Because it is a heavy burden. It's a heavy burden. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? What is the calculation of our duration of life? What is the calculation of our duration, material existence? Time immemorial. It means what? It means bhakti. Time immemorial means bhakti. But we're doing bhakti? No. It is sinful activities that is killing us here since time immemorial. And one person is telling, give it to me. Is it not risky? Just one person. Then you have 50,000 disciples. What is that? Heavy burden. This is the risk that one can take to attract the mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So it is it's not a palatable position to be a special man, not as a palatable thing. It's a risky service. So if we are gentleman, gentlewoman, we should keep to our vows, not increase it. Not increase. Christians do like that. Oh, Jesus has come to save my life. Yeah, thank you, Jesus. Thank you. You can continue to take my sins, and I will continue to commit my sins. It's compassion. You are very compassionate. Is it not? Compassion. You continue to take my sins, and I will continue to do my sins. That is not good. We have taken the vows to keep to it, because the Spiritual Master is here to help us. Let us appreciate what he is doing by helping us in so many ways. So many ways. Just see Bhagavatam. Just see Bhagavatam. Prabhupada gave to us. See devotee. Prabhupada gave to us. See deity. Prabhupada gave to us. Holy name he gave to us. Now we can go anywhere in the world and have Krishna waiting for. Anywhere you go in the world today, Prabhupada has kept Krishna there for you. Anywhere in the world. Is it not? Anywhere in the world today you go, Prabhupada has kept Krishna there for you. Right? But nobody kept Krishna for him in America when he went there. Nobody kept Krishna there for him. Krishna, of course, went to America to wait for him there. Not through a devotee. Krishna made arrangement himself because he's independent. He can do anything. The Spiritual Master has a wonderful responsibility. The duty of the disciple is to relieve the Spiritual Master of his anxiety. That's our duty. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to Haridas Thakur one of the days. My dear Haridas, I have anxiety. Haridas Thakur, my dear Lord, what can be an anxiety for you? Anxiety is already resolved. But anyway, what is it? What is this? Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, I came here to deliver everybody, all embodied souls. I have done that with the humans. What about the trees, the plants? How am I going to deliver them? This is my anxiety, Haridas Thakur. Haridas Thakur said, my dear Lord, you have already done it. When you chanted Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
their response was the chanting of the trees. So they already chanted. So your problem is finished. The Prabhupada mentioned in the purport, this is the duty of the disciple, to relieve the Spiritual Master from his anxiety. What is anxiety? To deliver conditioned souls. Our responsibility is to assist him in doing his service. So when his Holiness Japadaka Swami is giving initiation, he asks, are you ready to support me in my service to my Spiritual Master?
yes.
Yes. And after that? No. Last week he said, so many disciples writing letter to him to say, Gurudev, I'm not keeping to my Hare Krishna. Is that what the Guru is expecting to hear from disciples? Is that the expectation? We are expecting to hear, Gurudev, I'm chanting my 16 rounds, and today Ekadasi I have chanted 64 rounds. Jai. Jai. We want to hear that. So we have a group of disciples who are chanting 64 hours in the Ekadasi. If you like, join us. If you like, join us. If you don't join us, you will join Maya. Only two things, Krishna or Maya. There's no thing like I'm not there, I'm not here. Either you are here or you are there. You are not there, you are here. All right? Answer?
Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna. Something else? Okay. Another question?
When Srila Prabhupada was in the planet,
When Prabhupada was on the planet,
at times there was his disciples.
times, yes,
Disciples,
there are some disciples.
certain disciples wanted to leave the movement.
Yes, a disciple want to leave the movement.
So when Srila Prabhupada was aware of that,
Yes.
he
Papa was
told-
aware. The devotee want to leave up, want to give up Krishna consciousness.
He told he or she, give this lifetime, give this life
Give this lifetime
Krishna.
to Krishna.
as the devotee surrendered completely.
The devotee surrendered completely. Very good.
So what would you add to that?
One day, His Holiness Bhakti Maharaj, he was also speaking in the class like this, and at the point he started crying. He was crying seriously. And the devotees were surprised. Of course, a Krishna devotee will know that a pure devotee cries what? The symptoms of ecstasy. But curiosity, Gurudev, what is the reason for your crying? You know, you cry many times, but this one is for what? I say many of you here are thinking of giving up Krishna consciousness, and that is giving pain to my heart. Because giving up Krishna consciousness means you are a wicked soul. You don't want to help your family members. It's wicked, very dangerous to give up Krishna consciousness. That is giving me pain. How can you think of giving up Krishna consciousness? Why? You don't know what it means to take to Krishna consciousness. This is not common. It's not easy to take to Krishna consciousness. And by the mercy of Prabhupada, we have come here and we're not taking full advantage of this. You want to give it up? It is painful. So no devotees will ever think of that. So Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada said, even if you are severely mistreated, even if Krishna consciousness is full of what? Danger, criticism, whatever it is, stay here, don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. If you go anywhere, you are a fool. Stay here. That's Krishna consciousness. So our acharyas, they sacrifice, and I say sacrificing a lot, to make sure we maintain our Krishna consciousness, to support us in so many ways. Why Prabhupada gave so many things, so many facilities, preached extensively, tirelessly, writing so many books, installed deities, and so many things he did is to help us somehow or other remain a devotee. So we should take advantage of that. And many other his disciples and grand disciples, they're continuing with this legacy of constantly trying to expand Krishna consciousness, trying so much to bring us closer to Krishna at every step, in so many ways. Doing that. Today in this unlimited seminars everywhere, unlimited workshops everywhere, unlimited facilities, unlimited movies everywhere. Go to the net, just turn any session, New York City, Hare Krishna, everywhere, all directions, everywhere, throughout the whole month. Tathā Yatra festival is going here, going on, everywhere. Why? You want to give opportunity for people to take to Krishna consciousness and perfect our life. And part of that is this book, Spiritual Connection. A spiritual connection. Yes. It's available here in Mauritius.
How much is that?
I don't know. They will tell you. This is spiritual connection. Connection. You can have contact, you may not have connection. Contact is not sufficient.
Can we have your class on that?
Yes. No
We're
problem.
taking one.
Without connection, a contact is useless. Don't you notice that you are sitting very close to somebody and you are still very far from the person? Right? And you are very, very tightly connected with someone who is thousands of kilometers away from you. That is connection. Right? I give example. You can wire the house with all the expensive gadget, all the electronics, everything can be there. By experience electrician and pay huge amount of money. If that is not connected to the powerhouse, you get light? Huh? No. Even if you have taken initiation from a bona fide spiritual master, initiation is enough? Initiation, is that all? So Papa said initiation means the beginning. Initiate means what? You're beginning. Initiate, just beginning, not the end. So now we have begun the journey. The connection should be maintained. How to make that connection? You get a lot of ideas, some materials that will help you to make the connection, to understand why the connection is needed, why it is necessary, to understand how to make it. You get the information from this book. It's a humble attempt to help devotees become connected. A very experienced devotee, Her Grace Yashodamai Vrindavan. So she asked me, what motivated you to write the book? So I said, from my experience, I have the fortune to associate with the topmost, have the fortune to associate with the lowest, and I have the opportunity to associate with the middle. I have friends from there, from here, and here, all. That's my fortune. I can identify with everybody. So I have seen many devotees, particularly initiated devotees, have no connection with the spiritual master or with Krishna. Majority of devotees are hanging. No connection. How will you make advancement? There's no connection. The current will not flow. So though we are initiated, we may also do some service as a habit without understanding that this service is our connection. Because there are many of us, when the sannyasi comes, when the spiritual master comes, we come to the temple and do service. When the spiritual master leaves, the service continue? Huh? Is that experience here? No. So what is that service you are doing? What is that service? Is that service? It is your false ego. It's not service. We have no connection. We are simply hanging. Come and do routine activity. Routine activity is not devotional service. And after that, we have gone until some of us whose special master will not come for 2, 3, 10 years. What service will you do for that period? You have no connection. You can also chant Hare Krishna in the house. We have no connection still, because who will give us the tickets to Godhead? Our mind? Right from the beginning, what's the beginning of this discussion? We mentioned somebody has to ignite the fire. The fire is there. But to make it happen, somebody has to do it. Similarly, to reveal Krishna in the heart, to reveal the Supersoul, to let us see the Supreme Personality of Godhead, somebody has to do that. That is His divine grace. Somebody who is representing Krishna has to do it. Before Srila Prabhupada came to give us Krishna consciousness, people have not been worshipping Krishna. People have not been worshipping Krishna before Prabhupada came. People were worshipping, but what were they worshipping? What were they worshipping? Idol worship. Narayan, whom they don't know. Right? What is the philosophy that supports what they are doing? And who is showing that? There were so many Bhagavad Gita. Even in my country, Nigeria, Bhagavad Gita had been there before ISKCON came there. Nobody, not one person, accepts Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. People have been worshipping, people have seen Krishna kidnapping Rukmini in a movie in Nigeria before ISKCON came. They have been seeing Christian movies. But nobody understood this is the Supreme Godhead that they are worshipping as Allah or Jehovah or whatever. Nobody. I was in a taxi one day, he was driving, and so he saw a book I was holding, a beautiful Christian pictures. I know this boy. I said, how do you know this boy? Oh, this boy is always dance with women on the movie, always dance with the women. That's all he knows about Krishna. He has seen Krishna before in the movie. But who understood this is the Supreme Personality of Godhead? Only when Prabhupada came. As soon as he came, everything changed. Everything completely changed. Now you see how many, so many Hare Krishna devotees are jumping from ISKCON to this society, that society, keep Babaji, that Babaji. Who has given you the eye to see those people you are going to? It's Prabhupada. That means that without Prabhupada, those people does not have existence. Prabhupada made them. So Prabhupada made all of them, all of us. So it is ungratefulness to leave ISKCON. Therefore, to help us devotees to learn the techniques of having connection with the spiritual master, this humble series came in this way, to learn how to have spiritual connection. The techniques how to make that. It's simply explained, not in a big word, in a simple. Right? What's your experience reading this? We need the feedback so we can know what to adjust.
I was there when I went to the launching of the first.
Prabhu was with us when we were launching there, and he was one of the speakers, and
Right.
we are having him with us. and he got the book. So I was asking his experience in reading, so that we can improve and do more service. What is your experience?
Oh, yes, Marat. It's very. I read a few pages already in the beginning. That's a very. I would say it's a very powerful book. Especially I find is I have not seen any devotee speaking about the way you spoke.
Sorry.
Hare Krishna. I was in fact in Vrindavan when the first launching of this book, I think was around July. And I read the book also because I was gifted one copy, and I found this a very powerful book. In fact, what my realization is, what I read in this book, I've never seen anybody written like that, especially the connection with the spiritual master, how to serve the spiritual master, how to be with the spiritual master, and especially the connection. So I would recommend devotees to buy this book. And as Maharaj is saying also, like many devotees, although initiated, but there's no connection to the spiritual master. So I really like this point what Maharaj was saying. We may be sitting close to somebody, but we have some distance, a feeling of distance. But somebody very far away, we feel of closeness. So this book, in fact, speaks a lot about this connection with the spiritual master, and that will also improve our spiritual life. So I would recommend devotees to buy this book and perfect the spiritual life.
Right. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Bhagavad Ki Jai.